For student who is watching your live now, welcome to invite your friends, your classmates, even your parents, okay, to join together. All is free. If you now are busy, you cannot join the event now, okay, you can see the event later on, okay. You can replay the video back as many as you want in the same website, okay. Feel free to watch it back again. So once again, thank you for Beacon International College and Red Dot Education for sponsoring these workshops. So for now, I will pass the mic to Elaine, which from Beacon International College. She is one of the sponsors from this workshop, and she will give a simple briefing about the course of the college. Okay, welcome, Elaine.
Hello, Xianwei. Thank you. Okay, hi everyone. I'm Elaine, a marketing executive from Beacon International College. First, I would like to express my gratitude to Xianwei and Fun Education for inviting me to be here. Okay, now I will start my sharing with a simple introduction of Beacon International College. Okay. Beacon is established from 2004 and has been operating 16 years under the Committee for Private Education (CPE) in Singapore. Beacon is awarded 4-year enhanced registration framework and EduTrust. They are important because a Singapore private education institute cannot operate without them. Beacon is set up to provide a quality and holistic education to students who aspire to pursue a career in information technology, hospitality, business, design, and logistics. Beacon has nearly 6,000 graduates from all over the world. Our students are from Malaysia, India, Vietnam, China, Sri Lanka, South Korea, and other countries. Let me show you our campus environment. We have our own campus in the heart of Singapore, located nearby Orchard MRT station. We use bright and energetic colors so that our students can study in a vibrant environment. Beacon facility included classroom, library, basketball court, student lounge, and more. When I was doing consultation with students, most of them asking this question to me, why I should choose Beacon. Basically, these are the reasons. Prepare you to be future ready, fast-track programs, internship opportunity, extracurricular activities, CPE, and EduTrust. Beacon provide hospitality, business, design, and our brand new logistic courses. Apart from that, we are approved center of offering Pearson BTEC program. We also partner with a university in UK, Cardiff Metropolitan University, to offer our bachelor's and master degrees. In Beacon, you don't need to worry about examination because our programs are practical based. What you need to do is do assignment and prepare presentation. This is to better equip you with the skill, knowledge required in the future workplace. We also involve our students in activities outside the formal curriculum like field trip, talks from professors in the industry. You can get a UK degree certificate in 3 years. SPM and IGCSE graduates will start our 6 to 8 months diploma program, 18 to 24 month higher national diploma programs, and 12-month final year degree program. At the age of 20 to 21, you are a bachelor degree holder who can enter the workplace. Beacon believes that it is beneficial for our students learn and gain more skill other than the knowledge taught in the classes. Therefore, Beacon has arranged a lot of talk sessions such as wine tasting session, and we arrange field trip for our students such as participation in the food fair in Singapore. Singapore is a free port. Many international business conventions and exhibitions will be held in Singapore. Our students have more opportunity to visit exhibitions from different countries. Beacon works with more than 100 industrial partners for providing industrial attachment internship for our diploma and higher diploma students. Our students will be assessed based on their research, assignment, presentation. This is to train students' soft skills they enable to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people so that they are job ready. In addition, we also invite professional professors from the industry to share thematic lecture with students. We can also organize some extracurricular activities to train students in all aspects from preparation to management. In addition, our design students are to organize a design show where they can exhibit their works and effort to the public before they graduate. Our students also participate in charity bazaar in Singapore Expo, visit Facebook Singapore, and so on during their course of study. We also provide 50% scholarship for Malaysia students apply every year. Now, we're having a special scholarship lucky draw. We would like to invite all of you to join our 50% scholarship lucky draw. Scan the QR code and fill out the form. Try your luck to win our scholarship now. Faster take out your phone and print screen this now. That's the end of my sharing. Thank you for your attention and hope that you have a better understanding about student life in Singapore and about Beacon. Welcome to like our Facebook page to get more information. You may message us to get more information too. So now I pass back to our MC today, Xian Wei.
Hi, thank you for Elaine sharing. Okay, just a simple introduction about the Beacon International College. Okay, hope you guys like it. So we continue to move into the BI SPM workshops. And then today we'll invite the Miss Tang to give a SPM English workshops. Okay, she is graduated on the UTM Master of Education holder, and she have 8 years of experience in teaching in SPM English. Okay, so welcome Miss Tang. Okay, hi Miss Tang.
Hello, everyone. Okay, thank you, Xianwei and Elaine, for the introduction. And today, without further ado, I would like to start my session. This is my screen. All right. Okay. So for today's 2-hour compact English workshop, today's objective is to practice the best answering techniques for directed writing in 1119 paper, as well as your continuous writing. And then later on, we will do some practice in constructing sentences based on the notes given. And then with this, I hope students will be able to score in the 1119 paper. Okay. Do you know when is your English paper? English paper has been postponed to 7th of January, which is on a Thursday. Okay. And just for a reminder, you are 137 days to your SPM. You have approximately about 4 months to SPM, and it is better for you to start preparing for SPM now. Okay? If you have any questions, you can always drop your comments so that I can check. I'm checking on the comments. If you have any questions, do drop the comments there. For your paper one is mainly the writing paper. Okay, just a brief note on here. It's section A and section B. There are only 2 sections. For directed writing, you may be tested on informal letter, formal letter, report, speech or talk, and article. These 5 are format paper. You must know the format, and then points are given. You have 45 minutes to complete, and the marks allocated is 35. As for the section B is a 1 hour writing. Okay, you have 5 choices. So It could be descriptive, narrative, argumentative, or persuasive, factual, or also known as expository, reflective, or one word, open, or proverb essays. We don't normally see this. In a few years back, we do have open essay, which means you are given only one word, and then you can write anything about that one word. It could be a story, it could be a factual essay. But towards these few years, we don't see this type of questions anymore. Okay, so be prepared. I think I would suggest you to be prepared for argumentative, narrative, as well as your factual essay. Right, marks allocated is 50. So for paper 1, you have altogether 1 hour and 45 minutes to write and to get 85 marks in total. 85 marks for you to get. Okay, now, did you see the target column here? The target column. Okay, just want to tell you that it is achievable. No one should fail English paper. English is a must-pass subject. To me, it is an easier subject for students to score. Okay, so let's say if you are weak in writing, it's okay, as long as you write in. We target to get 23 out of 35 marks for your section A. And then we target not less than half of it, 20 out of 50 marks for your continuous writing. Okay, so altogether you will see 43. Right, altogether you will see 43. Okay, 43 out of 85 marks for your paper 1. Okay, and not to forget, always indicate the question number when you write. Okay, don't get too panicked. You must always write down this is section A, and then for section B, take a new piece of paper, write down section B, and then indicate the question number. May it be question 1, question 2, 3, or 5. Okay, remember, always remember. And there is no need to count the words. For both directed writing and continuous writing, do not waste your time to count the words. Do not waste the time to count the words. Okay? And for your paper 2, this paper is a lot easier because it's not only on writing, you have multiple choice question. So 25 minutes to get 15 marks in section A, paper 2. And information transfer, 25 minutes for you to get 10 marks. And section C is reading comprehension and summary. You have 15 minutes to write a 130-word summary in one paragraph. So this section will give you a 25 in total. And the next part is literature component, whereby you studied 2 poems in Form 4 and you studied another 2 poems in Form 5. One of them is going to come out in SPM. Only one of them is going to come out. Don't worry, the marks allocated is only 5. Only 5. And for students in JB, we are doing Captain Nobody. You may, if you are from another state, you may do Dear Mr. Kilmer, or you may do Sing to the Dawn. Okay, so 15 marks here. So for this paper, a 2 hour and 15 minutes paper, you can get 70. Okay, 70 in total. So to get to target yourself, let's say 10 marks for section A, 8 marks for section B, 6 for section C, not yet. Summary, well, just get half of it, 8. And literature, if you study, if you learn, it is a easy points to get, 3 out of 5, or you may even score 5. Okay, and a novel, all this you can prepare. If you add them up together, again, you will get another 43, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, you can put your own target and you can start calculating your own. How to calculate your score? Very simple. Add up your paper 1 and paper 2. divide by 155. Then times 100, you will get your score. So just now, based on our target, 43 plus 43, you get 86 divided by 155 times 100, it's 55. I bet most of you get more than that. Okay, so in actual fact, it is very possible, or it's an absolute pass in English. Okay, and it's an easy score to get A. A minus and above, it's easy. Okay, now why is writing important? Because if you see sections that requires you to write, for paper 1 alone, 85 marks are on writing. And then for paper 2, summary requires writing 130 words, and novel 15 marks. So altogether, out of 155, 115 is based on writing. So in actual fact, 74% of your marks rely on writing. That is why writing is very, very important. Okay, now what do you know about directed writing? Is this a mandatory question or optional question? Okay, is this a mandatory? Is it a compulsory question or optional question? Okay, so this is a compulsory question. And how long must you write? There is no minimum word limit. Okay, there is no minimum word limit. And how much time should you spend on this section? As I've mentioned earlier, it's 45 minutes. It should be less than 45 minutes. And the marks allocated for this section is 35 marks in total. Okay? So format point and your content is 15 marks. Usually the format point is 3 and the content point is 12. So add up together is 15 and language is 20. Okay, based on the past year question, if you see the trend, 2012, we start with an informal letter, and then a formal letter in 2013. 2014 is an article for school magazine. 2015 is a speech. 2016 is a talk. Speech is very similar to a talk. Okay, a farewell speech and to give a talk to your fellow classmates. So 2017 is a report. 2018 is again another report, but to teacher advisor. And last year is an article for school magazine about Go Green Day. So if you see the trend over the past year, what do you think will come out in 2020? What do you think will come out this year? So I would suggest you to know, of course, you need to learn all. There is a probability that report will come out, magazine will come out again, but then be prepared for informal letter and formal letter. Okay, it have been 7 to 8 years that it doesn't appear or doesn't come out in SPM. Okay, so make sure you are familiar with the format. Okay, this is last year paper. You took part in a Go Green Day in your local area. The aim was to help people learn about the environment. So this is the objective of the event. The purpose is to help people learn about the environment. And you have decided to write an article about the Go Green Day for your school magazine. Right? Now let's look at article. As I mentioned earlier, there should be 12 points. Okay, 12 points for your content. And now let us look at it. Number 1, your C1 stands for content number 1. Okay, content number 1, content number 2, C3, C4. Then you have C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11. So you do see that C11, you need to give one more activity. Okay, you need to give one more activity. It should be your on point. And then C12 and C13. For article, the points allocated for content is 13, not 12. This only applies to article. Okay? And to give one more activity, you can always come up with a different one, such as Go Green Walkathon or Go Green Run. Okay, I bet all of you are familiar with a lot of charity run. And you can also have kids coloring contest, poster design contest, all sorts of activities as long as it's relevant. Then you will get the 1 point for your content 11. Okay, as for the format, F1 here stands for a format. Format point number 1 is given for title, and format point number 2 is to include your name as the writer. Okay, so you see, for your article, you will receive up to 15 marks for the format and content points. Okay, so 13 plus 2, 15. And the other 20 marks is the quality of your writing, which mainly focuses on your writing. Okay, this is how an article look like. At least 5 paragraphs, 1 introduction, 1 conclusion with at least 3 points. I have 4 points here. You may stream the main ideas. You have 13 points in there. Okay, categorize them and then put them in each paragraph. So you should have format point for a title. So do not waste your time thinking for a catchy title, interesting title. You can just write it in Go Green Day event. Go Green Day event, written by your name. That's it, you get 2 marks. Okay, it's an easy get, 2 marks. And this is what you should write here is, this is a speech. Okay, once you receive your question paper, look at the keyword. Keyword here is you write the speech. You attended a leadership workshop during the school holidays. You asked to give a speech offering tips on how to be a successful leader. Okay, so C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you mark up to 12, then there shouldn't be any problem. Okay, of course, remember to read the next part of the questions. Read the audience. As long as you greet the audience, you get your format point 1, and then you state the purpose of your speech. You are going to talk about what, that you get your 2nd point for format. And when you end your speech appropriately, you will get your 3rd point for your format. So as long as you write each point in a complete sentence with 1 sentence to elaborate, then you are good to get that 1 mark for the content. Okay, this is a format for speech. So first you must start with a greeting, a very good morning to who you are talking to, your audience, your target audience. And then what is the purpose or what is the title of your speech for the day? Okay, when you end with thank you. So as long as you have these 3 things, you get 3 format points. And this is how you elaborate. Okay, this is how you start. You see, good morning, our principal. teachers and friends, the title of my speech is How to be a Successful Leader. Being a successful leader is an achievable goal. This is because successful leaders have several traits which can be identified and emulated. Having the right attitude is the first stage. Okay, when you introduce your point, you may always start with first and foremost, or you can also put them in here, the first step to help you be a successful leader. A good leader possesses have the right attitude. This means thinking of others in your team. You should also be constructive. Okay, just now your C1 is right attitude, C2 is constructive. So you put them in here. You should also be constructive and not negative at all time. Elaborate the point. Tell the examiner that you understand the point. All right. The people around you should know that they can trust you enough to confide in you. Trustworthy. Okay. How do you elaborate? You give example. Okay. When you are a trustworthy person, people trust you and people confide in you. People have confidence in you. So as a good leader, you should gain the confidence and trust of the people around you. Okay? And then you elaborate each point as such. Then you are good to go. Okay. And this is a letter. Is this an informal letter or this is an informal letter or formal letter? Let's look at the clue. Your brother is stressed about the upcoming SPM examination. Do you see this? Your brother? Do you see this? Your brother? Okay, so your brother is stressed about the upcoming SPM examination. So it is an informal letter. Again, C1, C2, C3, always calculate how many points are given. Okay, if it is less than 12, then you must read the questions carefully and see whether there are other instructions or not. Okay, C6, 7, 8, 9, this is before examination, 9, 10, 11, 12. As long as you get 12, then you are safe. Okay. And what about the format point? Format point is F1, addressed, greeting, closure. Okay, address, greeting, closure. Let's look at the address. Learn how to write an address. Okay, please learn how to write an address. It should start with a number and then the road, jalan. It can be Jalan Aman, you can be Jalan Permai, Jalan Rambutan, and then Taman Muhibah, or Taman Skudai. Then the postcode is the 5-digit number, space with the area or the city, and then the state. Okay, I repeat, number, your house number, the road name, Taman name, postcode, the 5-digit number, the city, and the state. Make it as simple as this. Always follow this format. And then you start with leave one line and then 7 January 2020. Okay, 7 January 2020. Dear, do not write dear brother. Always write your brother's name. Dear John, dear Peter, dear Thomas, and then it starts with greeting. Opening remarks. How are you? I hope you are well. This is for you to write to your friends. I hope you and your family are in pink, in the best of health. Okay? And then you write down your purpose. What is the purpose? If you refer to these questions, I am writing to share with you on how to deal with examination stress. You always get the purpose from the question. Always there. Okay, it's always there. As long as once you don't know how to start, refer to the questions. The questions will give you enough clue. to start. Okay, and then include all the points, all the 12 points as the body, and then when you conclude, it's very, very common. You always end with, I have to pen off now. Okay, I have to pen off now. Do write to me when you have the time. Take care. Or I hope you will reply soon. Bye for now. Okay, all this, remember, as long as you see informal, the way you start, the way you end, they are always the same. They are very similar. Okay, the next part. So we have covered article, we have covered speech, and we have covered informal letter. Okay, and this is a letter of complaint. Once you see it is a complaint letter, it is a formal letter. Okay, you live in Kampong Permai and there is a factory nearby causing a lot of problems to the residents, and you are going to complain to the management, suggest ways to overcome the problem caused by the factory. So when a question asks for what is the purpose for you to write this, what is the purpose for you to write this formal letter, then you can always refer to the questions here. You say, I'm writing to complain about the problem caused by the factories and to suggest ways to overcome them. Okay, as simple as that. So I have listed down C1 to C6, C7 to C12. So all the points are given. Okay, all the points are given. Okay, so this is a format of a formal letter. Never confuse them with the format of informal letter. The place where you write the address are totally opposite. Okay, when you write the address, you start with sender address on the left, the sender address, and then draw a line, leave one line, and then you continue with the recipient's address. The recipients, if you are writing to a factory, then this one should be the factory's address. Okay, and then the date, dear sir, start with a title. Again, do not waste your time thinking about a title. You just have to write down, complain about problems caused by the factory name. Okay, and then you start with, on behalf of the residents of Taman, what is the Taman that you write? Of Taman Aman, then you just put in, on behalf of the residents of Taman Aman, I would like to complain. Again, the same thing. Okay, and then include all the points in the body. And when you end, I hope the authority concerned will take this matter seriously and take the necessary action to stop this problem from becoming worse. We would like you to look into this matter and take immediate action. If it is letter of complaint, when you end, you urge for action. Okay, you want the authority concerned to know, to be aware of how serious the problem is and to help you solve this problem. That is why you are writing to them. Okay, and you end with thank you. Always spell this correctly. It's yours faithfully, and then your name signed, cursive writing, sign your name. Okay, do not draw things here. Don't draw a turtle. Okay, sign your name in cursive writing and then your name in full capital and your position. Okay, president of, it could be a president or any position. Okay, so formal letter, always remember this is how it looks like. Okay, and the last one is on charity run. This is a report. Okay, you attended the charity run event organized by your school, so you have attended. So when you write a report for a past event, you have to write them in past tense. Okay, you have to write them in past tense. Again, count how many points are given. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. 6, 7, 8, 9 incidents. There are 2 incidents, 9, 10, and suggest where for improvement. Give your own idea. So you need to think. Okay? You need to think. Marks are not given free here. You need to think. How do you improve this charity run? Okay? More rest stops, maybe. Okay? Now, when writing the report, you should remember to address your report to the principal. This is, once you address your report to the principal, you get your format point 1. Provide a title, format point 2. Include your name, format point number 3. Okay? So 15 marks plus your 20 for the quality of writing, you get 35 marks. Okay. Just now I have said earlier, so there's C1, C2, C3, C4. If you check back, they are here. Now string them together to make it one paragraph. You see, to whom? If the question asks you to write a report to principal, then to the principal of your school name, SMK, your school name. Okay, and then date, the title. Again, don't waste your time thinking for a title. If it is about charity run, then report on charity run. Report on charity run. That's it. You get the points here. 2 points, 2 marks. And when you end, you always end with reported by, your name in cursive writing, and then your name in full capital, your position. Okay? So I have attended our school annual charity event on 2nd January 2020. So question asks you to include a date. I put on a date here. The event was originally, remember, by the time you sit for your SPM exam, it will be on 7th January. Okay, always prepare yourself. Okay, by the time you write this in exam, in your SPM exam, it would be 7th January. So 2nd January, the event was originally scheduled to start at 6:30, but the flag off only took place at 7 a.m. due to the rain. Do you see how this is different? Okay, you put in a vocab schedule to start, but flag off at 7. Why? Because of rain. Like the past year, the run started and ended at the school field. This event was organized by our school community service club. This one you get from the question. The purpose of this year charity run is to raise funds for the local orphanage. Okay, include a purpose. A total number of 300 participants took part in this event. The participants were charged a 15 ringgit registration fee that includes a bottle of mineral water and a t-shirt, where you can expand the points or add in your own points. Remember to do so, okay, to showcase your capability in writing. The entire route for the run was 10 kilometers. Again, you get it from C7 here. It says length or duration of the run. Okay, number of participants. And purpose to raise funds for local orphanage. All this. You see, event organized by a school community service club, although it doesn't mention here, organizer. This is to see how alert you are in reading, in studying the question. Okay? And that is what you need to know for your paper 1 section A. And for your paper 1 section B, when you look at the options given, do you have the same feeling as this man? Okay. What is a good writing? What is a good writing? Good writing has to be interesting. Idea has to be interesting. Idea has to be relevant, has to be valid. Word choice is specific and memorable. It's vivid. Styles are correct. Sentence is fluid. And you organize your idea in a logical and effective way. This is considered as a good writing. We see sequence of events. We see all this. Okay? Now, if we look at the past year question, as I have mentioned before, we don't normally see the one word or the proverb questions anymore. So 2018, it asks you to describe a problem while you were traveling. What you did to solve the problem and what you learned from the experience. Okay? And the second one will ask you is a discussion. Okay? People complain they have no free time. Discuss the reason why they might say this. Suggest how they could use their time better. And if you look at number 3, write a story about a teenager who had an unusual hobby. Explain what was unusual about the hobby and how the teenager's friends became interested in it. Begin your story with, even though it was a strange hobby. First off, you need to get this strange hobby right. Okay? If you are talking about the hobby as in swimming, playing football, playing basketball, that is not strange. That is not strange. Okay? Everyone come to love it. So if you are attempting writing question number 3, and you are writing about a boy playing football and how he influences his friends to play football, you were actually out of the topic. So be very careful when you study the questions. It has to be a strange hobby, not commonly seen. All right? Question number 4 in 2018. Young people should be trusted to make their own decision. How far do you agree? When you see this type of question, how far do you agree? This is actually argumentative or persuasive, where it includes your own opinion. So how far do you agree? You can either agree or disagree, or you can say that you agree to a certain extent. Okay? You can say, I agree to a certain extent, and I'm going to discuss in detail. In the following paragraphs, I'm going to discuss in details. All right? And the last one, imagine you went to a sports event. It has to be a big sports event. Describe what you saw, what happened, and how you felt on that day. You should not miss a single one. You must include what you saw, what happened, how you felt. Okay? This one tested on your descriptive writing. So let's look at 2017. Okay, 2017. If you look at question number 1, again, once you get the question paper, when you study the question, when you read the questions, you read carefully. Do not fall for the trap. Okay, don't fall into the trap. If you had the opportunity to move to another part of Malaysia, where would you choose to live? Explain your choice. In 2017, a lot of students fall for this. They wrote, I would like to move to another country, which is not right. It has to be another part of Malaysia. Let's say I want to move to Penang, I want to move to KL, I want to move to Terengganu, I want to move to Malacca, then why? Okay, explain your choice. And you have to write more than 350 words. Okay, if you don't write more than 350 words, you will lose a lot of marks there. Okay. For question number 2, write the story which you had to keep a friend's secret. In your story, give details of the secret and explain why it was important to keep the secrets. Again, okay, settings are given. There are certain things that you need to meet, certain requirements that you need to meet. It has to be about the secret and why it was important to keep. All right. Number 3, Malaysian tradition of having open houses is important, should be practiced more. Do you agree? Again, this is persuasive. Okay, you need to persuade people. If you choose to say that we should practice more open house practice. The next questions would be, if you look at story writing, don't ever memorize. Okay, it wouldn't help you. It will not help you. Do not memorize essay, and then when you go to the exam, you sit down and you just regurgitate or you just write down whatever you remember. No, that doesn't help anymore. Okay, it may help 10 years ago, but right now the questions, continuous writing, the questions is constructed, is designed in a way that it's very difficult for you to cheat. To cheat in a way, when I say cheating, it means that you memorize a very common story, and when you go for the exam, you just alter a little bit, change a certain part, that it can fit into it. It doesn't apply anymore. If you look at just now 2018, if you look at 2017, we will see there are a lot of criteria to meet. A lot of criteria. It has to be a small town girl who worked hard and then later on become a successful chef. And you need to start with, she had used the last of her savings to get to the cooking competition in the big city, and you write about her challenges, and then in the end she ended up being a successful chef. Okay, you have to meet this requirement. Okay. Number 5, describe the first time you went on a camping trip. You should write about the activities at the camp and explain how you felt about the experience. Okay, I bet all of you went for camping before, and this one is an easy questions. Okay, all the questions are more or less related to you. Okay, if you look at descriptive, just now we talked about you attended a big sports event, and now it's a camping trip. They are mostly relevant. Okay, I would say they are mostly relevant. Okay, and the 2016 story about a time in someone's life when music played an important role. Again, it has to be a story and how this music affect the person's life. Number 2, some people believe that all students in Malaysia should learn at least 3 languages. What do you think? Okay, do you agree or you don't? Number 3, there are many things to do after your SPM examination. Write about your plans for the next 3 months and challenges you might face. Remember what I said about being relevant to you, relevant to teenagers, your age? You can answer this. Okay? And for story writing, the restrictions, the criteria to meet, you see, they even give you the name. It has to be helping Puan Ramla. Okay? And who is this Puan Ramla? She's an elderly lady who lives alone. And then you have to write in the event, and then you end with, I learned a lot about myself by helping Puan Ramla. And number 5, very relevant to you guys, teenagers. This is what is the best way to help students or to help teenagers stay fit and healthy. What is the best way? Okay, by eating healthy, keeping a good diet, having enough sleep, having a hobby, having friends. You have a lot of things to talk to. And what is the best? Okay, what is the best? And pitfalls to avoid when you are attempting or writing continuous writing, always remember, expand your point, make it longer than 350 words. Do not memorize. I couldn't emphasize more. Do not, never, ever, don't memorize sample essay. Okay? And do not let your imagination run too wild. Okay? Keep your story simple. Do not involve more than 5 characters. Okay? Do not involve more than 5 characters if you are writing stories. Keep it simple. And do not turn your essay into a dream. Okay? Never end your essay with a dream. Okay? And this is very important. Okay? Do pay attention to Asian culture. Avoid subjects like sex. Don't talk about sex. Don't talk about violence. Don't talk about religion. Don't talk about killing people in your essays. Write something that teach you a moral lesson, that has a moral values, right? After all, this is for your SPM. It's academic writing. It's not creative in a way that you can write anything you want to. Better to avoid all these 3 topics. Okay? Do not write a draft because you don't have enough time. You can start with mind mapping. Okay? What is the 3 points, or draw a plot, and then you just follow this plot, end it. You only have 1 hour. Okay? Avoid the use of too much dialogue. Always remember, when your teacher may tell you that a good story includes or must have a few dialogues, yes, it is, but make sure you don't use too much dialogue, or else it is not an essay anymore. Okay? And must not less than 350, which means it must be more than 350. To be safe, write 1.5 page. Okay, 1.5 page. Do not use informal language. Do not use short form. Okay, and don't use slang words. Okay, when you give example, never, don't write etc. Don't write etc. Okay, because to the examiner it would means end of thinking capacity. I couldn't think of any other example anymore, so I write etc. No, don't. Okay, although I know you means etc., but don't. Okay, show, don't tell. When you tell, your story would be very short. Okay, so if you want to describe a nice day, the golden sun was shining as the fluffy clouds were dancing cheerfully in the sky as a slight breeze blew across my face. You see how this making an impact rather than just saying that it was a nice day. If you say it was a nice days. So, okay, let the person who read your essay imagine, feel that they were there. Okay? The car had been with our family for years. Okay, you can say the car is loyal. Okay, providing us with the service that we need at its best. If you want to say your friend is smart, then if you had to choose a study partner, she would definitely be at the top of the list. And Miss Anita was a great teacher. How was she a great teacher? Because she knew how to help us turn our thoughts into good stories and essay. Okay? You need a lot of practice to get good writing. A lot of reading, a lot of writing. Okay? You don't get this writing overnight. Okay? It has to be accumulated over the years. Okay. I have about 5 minutes before we go for a quick break. So writing strategy, we are going to end this, a few more slides to go before we end. very quickly. A sentence variety, I will always ask my students to practice this or to write this type of sentence in writing, include 1 or 2 in your writing. It is very simple. I call this verb ing. Why? Because we are going to change this verb letter. I'll call this #1 or pattern 1. Pattern 1 starts with the verb ing. Okay, if you can read the text here. We sit in a class, we listen attentively. First off, you need to make sure these two things are of the same subject. This is the same subject, and this is the verb. Once the subject is the same, then you can put them into pattern 1. For example, sitting in the class, we listen attentively because both actions are done by the same subject. For pattern number 2, it's comma with verb ing. We sit in the class, listen attentively. So again, the same subject is doing to action. Very simple, right? Very simple. I hope you are still alert. You are with me. Now, can you try this? Can you try this? He twisted and turned. He struggled like a madman to break loose. Are we talking about the same subject? Yes or no? Are we talking about the same subject? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, we are talking about the same subject. And then to write #1, always remember your #1 starts with verb ing, the sentence, comma, and the sentence, then full stop. #2 will start with the sentence, comma, verb ing, continue, full stop. So to put the verb ing, so what is the verb here? Twisted and turn. So this is the verb. This is the verb. So put them to become ing form. So you should have twisting and turning, comma, he struggled like a madman to break loose. Okay, twisting and turning. Do you see this? Twisting and turning, comma, he struggled like a madman to break loose. If you look at the second pattern, you need to keep the verb here. You cancel this part. This is your verb. You change it to ing. Then you will get he twisted and turned, struggling like a madman to break loose. Okay? Instead of writing 2 simple sentences, you make it a more complex sentence. That is how the writing style is different. Okay? Little girl. This one should be number 2. Okay, this one should be number 2. Can you guys try question number 2? The little girl threw a tantrum. She stamped her feet and screamed till she was red in the face. This is a verb. Stamped her feet. This is a verb. Screamed is a verb. Can you try this? Can you try this? #1. #1, the little girl. #1. You need your verb ing. You start with verb ing, right? Threw is a past tense for throw. Threw is a past tense for throw. So throwing a tantrum. She, who is she? She is the little girl. Okay? The little girl stamped her feet and screamed till she was red in the face. Now you look at #2, you will start with the little girl threw a tantrum, comma, cancel the subject, change this to ing. When you change one, you must change the other. Okay? They must agree with each other. So the little girl threw a tantrum, stamping her feet and screaming till she was red in the face. Okay? The little girl threw a tantrum. And the last one, John put in more effort in his study. He strove to achieve 9 A's. So John, this is the subject. He is the subject as well. Put in, strove. Strove is a past tense for strive. So you should have putting in more effort in his study, comma. Who is he? John. John strove to achieve 9 A's in his examination. And the second part, okay, and the second part, John put in more effort in his study, comma. Do we still need this? We don't need this, right? So, comma, striving to achieve 9 A's in his examination. Learn this pattern, okay? Learn this pattern. You will see them in reading comprehension in your paper too, and this is very useful in your writing as well. Okay, please learn this pattern. And another way to start a sentence is you can start with infinitive using to. Okay, to pass with flying colors, you need to put in a lot of effort in your studies. Okay, and to curb this problem, everyone do their part and work hand in hand with the authority concerned. Okay, and you can always start with adverbs as well. I was angry. I walked out of the room and slammed the door shut. So you can always start your sentence with adverbs. Angrily, I walked out of the room and slammed the door shut. Okay? Always think of writing like making a burger. Okay? I bet everyone eat burger or have eaten a burger before. So writing is like a burger where you stack layers together, whereby you start with introduction, regardless of you are writing stories, factual, or you are writing argumentative, descriptive. It always starts with introduction, and then layer by layer you dig in. Okay, for each body, you should start with topic sentence, your main idea, and then you start with the 3E. Elaborate, give example, give evidence. Okay, this is if you are writing factual, if you are writing argumentative, you are writing discussion. Okay, then you start with this. If you are writing stories, then you follow the plot and a conclusion. Always end with a conclusion. Okay, write within a time limit and follow the burger style. Use transition marker. This is very, very useful when you write argumentative, when you write not descriptive. When you write argumentative, when you write persuasive, factual, and discussion. Okay. To start, you use first and foremost, firstly, first of all, besides. Your second point, or you want to start the next point, you use besides, moreover, in addition, furthermore. I'm going fast. You can always refer back the video, or you can take your phone, snap a picture of the slide. This is very, very helpful in your writing. Okay, my next point is, another point is that, okay, if you are writing, this is for argumentative, okay, this is for argumentative. I would write persuasive. Okay, to persuasive. When you want to switch side, I agree to a certain extent. You write down 3 advantages and then you want to add in a disadvantage, then to switch side. However, this one also leads to the negative effect. Okay, when you switch side, you use however. On the other hand, nevertheless. Okay, state the final point. Finally, lastly, last but not least, and to end. Overall, in conclusion, in a nutshell, to sum up, in short, okay, all this is to end. And when you give example, for instance, such as examples of sports are examples of sports are swimming, cycling, and playing basketball. Okay? Or you can say swimming, cycling, and playing basketball are some of the examples of sports. Right? There are different ways to give examples. And to show result, when you want to give evidence, we want to show consequence, to show result. As a result, because of this thing, it results in another thing. So as a result, consequently, hence, therefore, so, thus, all this word has a similar meaning in showing result. Okay, for high school English essay, I will recommend you to visit these 2 websites. There are lots and lots of writing in there. You need a lot of reading and a lot of writing. Okay, you start with reading first. You have the input, then you continue or you go for the output where you start writing. Organize your thoughts and you start writing. Okay, and we'll stop for 5 minutes here. And I'll pass this back to Xian Wei, the MC. Xian Wei. Xian Wei, are you there?
Hi, thank you, Miss Tan, for sharing. Okay, we're gonna have a break for now. I also learned something from the English workshop actually. Okay, so we have 5 minute break time, and during this break time, I will invite the Xuan Hui for giving a simple briefing about the Red Dot Education. It was the sponsor for the today. She has a small introduction about the English course. Okay, so welcome Xuan Hui. Hi.
Hi everyone, thanks Shenhui. I'm Shenhui from Red Dot Education. Thank you everyone for attending this SPM workshop today. I hope you have learned something new today and you will do well in your SPM exam. Let me introduce Red Dot Education service offer. We do have various level of English language courses which include ESL, English as a second language, IELTS preparation course for International English Language Testing System, (雅思), corporate training, Singapore AEIS, IPSLE tuition. We also provide study abroad service if students who wish to study overseas like UK, Australia, Singapore. We also provide study abroad consultation and application assistance. Do you guys heard about IELTS? Red Dot Education provide preparation course for IELTS. IELTS means International English Language Testing System. IELTS mainly focus on listening, speaking, reading, and writing skill. IELTS is internationally recognized. With IELTS is a gateway to overseas university such as UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, etc. We help students to prepare to live and work in an English-speaking environment. Our English courses are conducted either online or face-to-face. If face-to-face, we're located at Ada Heights, JB, or Ulai. Great news for you guys today. As Red Dot Education and Beacon International College are co-organizers of today's workshop, we would like to extend special promotion to all students here. Only for all students who attend this workshop, if you sign up a 3 months English course with Red Dot Education, you will be able to enjoy a 1 month free class. If you sign up a 1 month English course, you will enjoy a 10% discount. What you need to do is print screen this page, okay, and WhatsApp to us in order to enjoy and lock this promotion. Let me repeat our WhatsApp number again: 016-577-2866. 016-577-2866. Hurry up before it expired. Especially for those students who want to improve your English language, let us to achieve your dream. So far, do you have any questions? If you need more information, please contact us at 016-577-2866 or follow our Facebook at reddot.jb or Instagram red.edu. Okay? Thank you so much. All the best for your SPM exam. Let me pass back to Xian Wei.
Hi, thank you for the Shanhui sharing. Or okay, if you guys want to go to the further study or improve your English, you can consider take the course of the Red Dot Education. Okay, anything you want to know more, you can find them in Google or WhatsApp, in Facebook and something social media. Okay, so let us continue to the SPM English workshops and invite again for Miss Tang. Hi, Miss Tang.
Hi, Xian.
Okay.
Xian Wei. All right, I shall continue from there. Can you hear me? Okay, so let's start with paper 2 section A. So for paper 2 section A, as you can see here, paper 2 section A, okay, so it's a 15 multiple choice question, and you have 25 minutes to answer this part for 15 multiple choice question. So question 1 to question 8 is actually graphic materials and short text. So you will get it from advertisement, news extract, articles. It could be anything that includes idiomatic expressions and proverbs, notice and sign. And for rational clause, okay, hi Vignesh. Thank you for responding in here. And questions 9 to 15 is a rational clause passage. Okay, it ranges from subject verb agreement, preposition, article, pronouns, and all this. Okay, can you give me the answer for this question? Is it A, B, C, or D? Can I have some response, please? What could be the answer? What could be the answer? If you look at a post by Mike, Mike says that I'm so tired today, I got hardly any sleep last night. And then this Susie commented, oh, you poor thing. And then Jody says, you get no sympathy from me, brother. That will teach you for staying up all night playing video games. Okay, so from the social media post, we can conclude that. What can you conclude? Okay, Ariana Izati. You say C. Jody thinks that it's my own fault that he is tired. Let's see whether this is correct. Because Jody says, You get no sympathy from me, brother. Okay, yes, correct. Okay, who is music future? Okay, you two of you are correct. Thank you. Jody thinks Mike is on fourth. Okay, this one. This is last year SPM question. I got it from 2019 paper. What could be the answer? Finished. Okay, finished says C. I think that is from the previous question. How about this one? Ariana says D. Let's see. Anyone else? Vignesh? Okay. Protect your loved ones with X-bomb patch. Children who love trekking and camping are vulnerable to mosquito and insect bites. Vulnerable means they are very prone to getting insect bites. Okay, very prone to. Keep them aware by sticking an X-bomb patch on your children's clothes. So you put it on the clothes. It is safe and natural, provide long-lasting protection, found in all leading pharmacies. Based on the advertisement, X-bomb patch, the answer is C, yes. The answer is D. It's particularly useful for outdoor activities. Okay, it's particularly useful because if you read all the options, all the choices given, regularly applied, no, that doesn't mention regularly applied. Effective, no, that did not mention about destroying. Helps children recover for insect bites, note. So it says that for children who love trekking and camping. So the answer is D. Okay, for those who love outdoor activities. Let's try another one. Once broken, considered soul. What could be the answer? This sign is not applicable for which of the following item? D, music futures. D is the previous answer, right? Or is the internet line is slower? Okay, Ariana says it's B. Any other answer? Vignesh? It's not applicable. You see, you have to be very careful not to fall into the trap again. This sign is not applicable for which of the following item? It's plastic cups, because you will know that plastic cups don't normally break. Okay, glasses, yes, they will break. Crystals, porcelain. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, the answer is B. Now, this is rational clause, question 9 to 15. This is just an excerpt. This story is of a man who has 4 sons. He wanted to teach an important lesson, so he sent his sons, one after another, to look a pear tree a great distance away. What is the answer for 9? What is the answer for 9? What is the answer for 9? A. Vignesh. Okay, he wanted to teach the 4 sons. So, them, this is a pronoun, the object. Okay, he wanted to teach who? Teach them an important lesson. And to look, okay, Vignesh, Ariana, very good. And number 10, to look, what could be the answer? To look for, it should be to look for, right? Okay, it should be B. Number 10 is B. To look for a pair 3, a great distance away. To look for, to go and find. Okay, look for means to go and find. Okay, we'll do paper 2 section B. We are actually running short of time. We have 30 minutes to go. Extract and transfer information from the stimuli provided. Okay, section B is information transfer. Okay, you should be very familiar with this. Section B is information transfer. And you get the materials from magazines, newspaper, brochures, leaflet, pamphlets, catalog, advertisement. Okay, it can be any kind. It can also be in text as well. Let's look at last year, 2019 questions. Okay, these 3 years, they have started to give word limit. If you look at this could be a magazine article. Okay, read the magazine article and answer the questions that follow. Oh, be careful with this thing. Where's my... Okay. Be careful with this thing. This is a name. When you write the person's name, this is proper noun. Right. Proper noun. Then you must capitalize the first letter of the name. Okay. Not sure whether you get this in school or from your teacher, but this is 2019, the exact question. It says that use the information from the magazine article, write the name of the person in the table below. If you have a glance at this magazine article, you will see names here, right? You will see Aisha, you will see Subhash, you see Dr. Huda, you see Miss Ravetti, you see Jenny, and you see Reza. So you fill in the names. Which person says missing breakfast can lead to eating more than normal letter in a day. So you have to read carefully, spend time reading, okay? Spend time reading, and then you will see that it's Dr. Huda, because you feel hungrier at lunchtime and tempted to have a bigger portion. You see this? Dr. Huda. So information transfer, all you need to do is to transfer the name to the space provided. That's it. You get 1 mark. It's that simple. It's that easy. Very, very easy. Okay? Who says breakfast is important to provide energy for sports? You see, I have breakfast because I go swimming every morning. If I don't eat first, I get tired very quickly. So it's Subhash. Who says missing breakfast can cause bad moods? Bad moods. So you go to this part and you look at mood. I lose my temper really quickly at home. So it's Reza. It's Reza. And breakfast is important for concentration so that you can focus on your study, focus, concentration, good for memory, focus, alert. All these words associate or they are to do with concentration. So the answer is Jenny. See? Jenny. Missing breakfast can cause dizziness. First off, you need to understand what is dizziness. Your head is dizzy. Okay? So it says that I get lightheaded and my head starts to spin. So very simple. The answer is Aisha. So 5 marks. Information transfer, M for target for 10/10. Okay? Target for 10/10. You can do that. The next part is you have to be very careful. This is what I mentioned earlier. Word limits, they'll give word limits these 3 years. No more than 2 words, no more than 5 words, no more than 3 words. Be very, very careful. Last year was no more than 2 words. If you write more than 2 words, you will get 0. Okay? You will not be awarded any points because you don't comply to the rules. Okay. Interesting article. Hi there. I've just read an article about breakfast. Did you know that what are the top 2 explanation teenagers give for not having their morning meal? Morning meal referring to breakfast. Okay, morning meal is breakfast. So did you know that? What are the 2? If you look at the percentage, 41, 29, 20, 10. So the top 2, it's this 2. Dieting and oversleeping. Now, when you copy, this is the first word in the table. Of course, it's capitalized, D, capital O. So make sure when you transfer, this is in an email. So capital D, small letter D, small d, and small letter O. Okay, if you capitalize it, you get 0. You don't get any points. So be very careful. Dieting and oversleeping. Also, one of the professionals suggested that going without breakfast isn't a good way to. So the clue here is professional. So professional, the synonym is experts. People who are professionals, the experts. So you only need to read Dr. Huda and Dr. Ravati and you will get the answer. Going without breakfast. So if you don't eat breakfast, what will happen? Teenagers may think that if they want to lose weight, the best thing to do is skip breakfast. However, the fact is that over time, you tend to put on weight. So if you want to lose weight, see, isn't a good way to lose weight. I now know that I shouldn't have my breakfast any later than, you see, again, this expert, Miss Ravati, breakfast is best consumed by 9 a.m. So no later than 9 a.m. And I've always had my breakfast during the morning recess, so I must change my routine. Change your routine means change your habit. I also have to make sure that I eat, drink, and sufficient sleep. Sufficient means enough. So make sure you eat, drink, and sleep enough. Isn't this easy? Okay, they are very, very easy for information transfer. So M for 10 over 10. That is your target. Section C. Section C requires a lot of reading because it's reading comprehension. You read the text, you answer the question, regardless of the tenses, as long as you give the key point, as long as you have the keyword, you get marks. And then later on, you are going to write a summary. You will be awarded 15 points. This summary, 15 points. Content, 10 marks. Language, 5 marks. So altogether is 15. Okay, C for content, L for language. Okay, first off, you need to skim. Skim means you read very quickly. You read the questions, read the passage, underline the important points, answer the question, give evidence. Okay, if it says which lines, which word, you use quotation marks. Okay, use quotation mark when they ask you for the evidence. And quote phrase as well. Use quotation mark. Answer questions in order set. They will tell you where to look for the answer. Okay. Now this is from SPM 2015. 2015. This is just a short sample. If you look at paragraph 1, why is it difficult to take care of exotic animal? What is exotic animal? Not normally seen. Okay, wow. Okay, if you look at number 1, okay. If you look at number 1, paragraph 1. Why is it difficult to take care of exotic animal? So you have your keyword, take care, exotic animal. So this is your paragraph 1. Okay, this is your paragraph 1. As a vet, I frequently found myself more delicate and harder to treat domestic animals. Many of them die in captivity because, why? Because few people understand their unique medical needs. Do you see this? So all you need to do is to move this one to the answer. You get 1 mark. You get 1 mark just for copying this because you know where the answer is. Isn't it simple? Okay. If you look at number 2 from paragraph 3, so you go to paragraph 3 here. Okay, to paragraph 3. How did Ray manage to separate the twins from their mother? Separate twins from their mother. Okay. How do you separate twins? All we had to do was to wait 11 months to see if the plan would work. The long-awaited call came from Ray. Kristen had given birth to twins. Ray had heard the cubs, used a tranquilizer to put Crystal to sleep, and had been able to cup-nap the twins. Full of excitement, I raced to the zoo clinic. So how do you separate? How do you take the twins from the mother? Ray used tranquilizer, put Crystal to sleep, and cup-nap the twins. So when you transfer, he used the tranquilizer to put Crystal to sleep and cup-nap the twins. Questions in past tense, answer in past tense. As simple as that. Okay? Questions in past tense, then answer in past tense. Okay? From paragraph 5, what does the phrase plump little bodies refer to? Paragraph 5. So you go to paragraph 5, okay? This is paragraph 5. Paragraph 5. 2 plump little bodies lay motionless on the table. Motionless means not moving. My heart sank knowing that once again we were going to lose crystal cups. So what is this 2 plump little bodies? Plump means chubby, fat, okay? So we are talking about the polar bear. We are talking about the polar bear cubs, okay? The baby, the twins, okay? The polar bear cubs, the twins. Paragraph 7, you see? Paragraph 7, so it's here. She neglected them again. Here, she neglected them again. Okay, you see from here. Okay, she neglected them again. All right. Okay. How did Crystal behave? What did she do? What did she do? That shows that she neglected her cups. If you notice, Crystal had cleared all the straw from one corner. She pushed her cups onto the bare concrete. They had probably been born this morning. She neglected them again. Left unattended, the cups have slipped into hypothermia. They were cold, damp, and still. Still means motionless, not moving. Okay? They're just born and the mom just leave them there on the cement, on the concrete. So what is the evidence and what is her behavior that shows? Okay? She cleared all the straw from one corner and then she pushed her cups onto the bare concrete and left them unattended. This part you need to string your answers together. Okay? Left unattended. This is how you show she neglected her children. Okay, her cups. She cleared the straw from one corner, then she pushed them, then she left them there. Okay? She left them there. 28a, from paragraph 8, which word conveys? When you look at which word, paragraph 8, okay, here, which word, you must use inverted comma. Okay, refusing to give up, undaunted. Okay, it doesn't want to give up, you want to keep trying. Undaunted. When the question asks you which phrase, then 2 to 3 words, it's a phrase, more than 1 word. If it is only 1 word, then which word? Okay, if you write more than 2 words, you will not get any points. It has to be 1 word. Okay, it has to be 1 word. Now, so for reading comprehension, all you need to do is follow the questions. If the question says question 1, then you go to question 1, paragraph 1, then go to paragraph 1, paragraph 5, then you go to paragraph 5. The questions are in there. Okay, the answers are in there. Question 31 would be your summary. Now, looking at the same passage and the same questions, in the end, crystal cups were saved. Write a summary on the steps taken. Okay, this is what you need. So always highlight what they want. You are going to reread this passage very carefully in exam. You have to read them 2 times, 3 times until you get enough points. Okay, and always remember, box this up, 25, line 25 to line 47. They will always tell you where do you get the points, and not longer than 130 words. Remember to count number of words. This is the only part in your English paper that requires you to count number of words. The other do not count. Okay? Count number of words, write in brackets. Okay? Now, to get the cups breathing again, you must rewrite these 10 words. Rewrite and then include your points. Write this 10 words. Okay? Rewrite these 10 words. Always write number of words, rewrite these 10 words, write in one paragraph, and make sure you have how many points? Make sure you have 10 points, because 10 points is the maximum points given for content. I will ask you to include 2 additional points, extra backup. Okay, and in case you did not get one of the 10 correct, at least you have another 2 as backup. Okay, we are going to use this technique called brief technique. Okay, brief technique, B-R-I-E-F. Okay, means short. Okay, brief technique in writing a summary. Now, first B is to draw a box. This is how you draw a box. Question asks for line 25 to 47. So you go to line 25, you draw a line here. Okay, this is the box that you are going to draw. Okay, this is the part that you want. So you have a ruler, then you should get a better line. Okay, this is the part that you need to include. On the left, numbers on the left is the number of paragraph. Numbers on the right is the line. Okay, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is lines. On the right is lines. Okay, first thing, you draw a box. So you know that this one you don't want to see. This one also, you will not get points from here. You will get points from line 25 to line 47. And wherever you see this, let's say this is your point. Do not write in direct speech. Do not write in dialogue. You must change them to reported speech. Okay, reported speech. Make sure you know how to change it to reported speech. Okay, Ray shouted, or Ray yelled that his cups was moving. Then you have to change to reported speech if your point falls into dialogue. Okay, first thing is to draw a box. Then you read the passage very, very carefully. Okay, so BR, read. I, identify. Okay, identify is to look for points in the passage. Look for points in the passage. Highlight the keywords in the question. So just now, we have already circled or highlight on the stats. So we are looking at the stats. Look for main points in each paragraph. Underline the sentence and number it. Meaning you go to that particular line and then you underline and you see, okay, this is point number 5, this is point number 10. So you have to label it. make sure you get at least, look for, you go and find at least 12 points from the passage. Okay, content point is 10, language point is 5, altogether for your summary is 15. Why I ask you to look for 12 points? This is for extra, additional one for backup. Okay, so always look for 12 points. Okay, trust me, look for 12 points. So E is to extract. Extract is to take the points out. Once you get 12, or you can have 13, you move that 13, you take them out, write them in sentence, put them together, write in one paragraph. You can start with first. So first, what he did. Second, then, okay, as soon as, use sequence connector. Okay, use sequence connector. They are here for you to refer. And then you change the pronoun. You change the pronoun. First person, I, we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it. And there. I bet all of you should know this. Now, when the summary, when the 10 words given ask you to write about the writer, when you see the writer, you use third person. The writer, he. The writer, Ray. The writer, and the friend, they. Use third person. If the 10 words given includes I, then you use first person. Always change the pronoun. Take note of the pronoun. Because pronoun is wrong, no marks is given. Okay, if pronoun is wrong, pronoun is used wrongly, then no marks is given. Okay, questions asked for the writer. So look at it. See, the writer. But if you look at the passage, it's I. Do you see this? I. We. Change all this to third person. If you say I, if you include I, you copy blindly, you get 0 mark. Your effort are wasted. Okay? Don't make careless mistake like this. Always remember, use sequence connector and change the pronoun. Okay? And BRIEE is extract, and then F is to finalize. Finalize is you keep writing, you have 12 points there, organize them, put them nicely, and then you count. Make sure they are in only one paragraph, 130 words, then you put in brackets. Do not never exceed 130. You can write 126, 128, 129, 130. Never write 131. If you have 131, reread, see whether is there any word that you can cancel, you cancel it. Okay? Do not exceed 130. And we are now at paper 2, section D. This is a 5 marks. This is a 5 mark section. Okay, 5 mark section. What Has Happened to Lulu came out in 2016. A Poison 3 came out in 2017. The Charge of the Light Brigade came out in 2018. The Living Photograph came out 2019, last year. So each of them came out once. So we are not sure what is coming out this year. Although it's only 5 marks, make sure you prepare. Make sure you prepare for the poem. Learn the literal meaning, figurative meaning. Know the idiomatic expressions. Okay, the styles, what is the symbol used? What is the theme? What is the lesson? All this you need to know. Okay, which line shows what meaning? All this. Okay, get ready. They are simple and you can get a lot of material online or from your book. Okay, get prepared for the poems. This is a 5-mark section. You get 5 marks. Only one of the poems will come out. Lulu, you learn it in Form 5. Poison Tree, you'll learn it in Form 5. This one you learn in Form 4. This one you learn in Form 4. Okay? And for your novel, we are doing Captain Nobody. Okay, we are doing Captain Nobody for Johor. If you are from other states, you may do Sing to the Dawn, or you may do Dear Mr. Kilmer. Okay, now this is the part where you need to know exactly what happened. Okay, when you have time, when you do revision, there's no more time for you to reread the whole book. Come up with a plot. Okay, who is the main character and what happened? What happened? This is the climax. This is the resolution. This is a rising action. Okay, make sure you know what happened and how it ends. What is the theme? If it talks about family love, it talks about friendship, it talks about bravery, courage, you need to know, you list them out. Okay? And how are the marks being awarded? As long as you answer the questions. If the question asks, who is your favorite character? My favorite character is, you get that 1 mark. Okay? As long as you answer the question, you get 1 mark. And then you write your point. Remember the burger? You write your point, you write your elaboration with example, and then you must include your opinion. You get 3 marks. You need to write 3 main points. You need to write 3 main points. So that will give you 9 marks plus 1, that is 10. That is 10. And for the additional 5 marks, you will get it from the language, the quality of your writing. So it will give you a overall grading. So the total, it will test on your vocab, sentence, organization of ideas. Okay? So all this will give you the 15 marks, the final 15 marks for your novel. Okay? So always remember, in your introduction, you can say, please answer the questions. I have studied from the novel that I have studied in Form 5, Captain Nobody, written by Dean Pitchford, and then answer the question. You get 1 mark there. Okay, as long as you specify which poem and answer the question, 1 mark in the introduction. First point, always remember your PO, point, elaboration and example, and opinion. Always include opinion. What you have learned from the character. What have you learned from the event? So 1 sentence for point, 1 sentence elaborate, 1 sentence give example, one sentence link it. Okay, link your opinion to the event that you have discussed. So at least 4 sentences in 1 point. 5 paragraphs, end with a conclusion. Conclusion is simple. You restate the point. Okay, restate the points. Then you should be, this is a very good structure in answering question. Okay, and last but not least, English isn't very hard. Okay, see, you were, you are, your book, your pen, your bottle. So it belongs to you. There apostrophe are, they are, the short forms for they are, there, were. Get all this correct. English is not that hard. Okay, it is an easy subject, I can say. It is a very, very easy subject to score. And you should score A- and above. Okay, it's very, very simple. It's doable. It's achievable. Okay, they are achievable. Okay, don't worry, read more. Okay, from the link that I have shared with you, make sure you go and check it out. And this is the end of my sharing session. All the best in your SPM. Okay? Just do it.
Okay. Thank
Back
you
to
for
the
the.
answer.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for Miss Tang sharing. Okay. So we gonna be end of the workshop. So before we ending, we will invite again for the Beacon International University Elan to update something about the cost of the Beacon. Okay. Welcome, Elan.
Okay, hi everyone. It's me again, Elaine, a marketing executive from Beacon International College. Just to remind all of you that we provide up to 50% scholarship to let Malaysia students apply, and don't forget to try your luck to join our 50% scholarship lucky draw. For Red Dot Education, there is a buy one free one promotion and 10% discount for monthly English course. Feel free to like our Facebook to get more information. Thank you for your participation for our workshop. Hope you all enjoy and hope you all get a wonderful result in your SPM. Thank you so much. So now I pass back to Xian Wei.
Okay, thank you, Elan, for last sharing. Okay, so we gonna be ends, and it come to the end of the workshops. So thank you again for the Miss Tang for the sharing. Okay, I believe that it will helpful for the student. Okay, thank you again for the Beacon International College and Red Dot Education for sponsoring this workshop. Hope this workshop can help you guys to score a good result in the coming exam, and hope you guys enjoy it. So thank you. Bye bye. Thank you for everyone joining. Bye.